Lucy's bitching. Hello everybody. Something really weird's going on today. So we're just here. We just randomly appeared. Hang on, here we go. Hang on, should we do the music first?
Yeah.
Okay. How does it go? Bing, boom, boom. And now, news.
This is Halloween. Still.
Fearful food.
Parade panic.
Super Chef.
Got the keys.
Pass perk.
Witch Watch.
Oh, there's more. There's more.
There's more.
What's a winter's light?
That's a lot of news
Yeah.
for such a small show.
That is. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney fans, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris Show. I really feel like we set a scene of the reality of this show just then, because there's a void left in my life now that the blanket has been shipped off to the beautiful Andrew Palmer. So I'm like crocheting like a crazy woman. And Chris said, OBS isn't working, it might just be a minute. And I'm like, I'll do another row of my crochet then. And then at that moment, it gets it working. The live stream goes live. I've got crochet hooks in my hand and are just generally like milling around.
It's better than that though, Lucy, because I accidentally pressed a button which put a close-up of you stitching whilst all the audio was still off as well. So it just went horribly
I'm perfectly
bad.
comfortable with that. I want you to know what you buy into when you buy into this franchise.
Yes.
Utter domestic amateurness. Amateurness.
Yes.
Everything's been working absolutely fine, and then just as I was setting up today, OBS crashed on me, and then now my Stream Deck doesn't work properly. I can do sound off it, I can't do anything else. So I don't know what's going to happen when we finish. That's probably going to be just as amateur.
We'll just
It's
never,
on,
we'll just
it's
never
on.
finish. We'll
Well,
never
maybe
finish.
that
Sure,
might be
it's
the
good.
answer.
But I tell you what, boys,
Yeah.
we've got a hell of a lot of news to get through today. A hell of a lot of
Ooh-ee.
news. And also, we've got a hell of a lot of trip reports.
Right.
The thing is, we might
Let's go then.
not get to any trip reports today.
Let's just go.
And they're backing up.
Let's use it in the chat.
Okay, let's use in the chat. We'll go for it.
Who are they?
John was first in the chat today. He says, "Hey pals, busy week. Who else saw the Caperni fashion show? I know nothing about fashion, but it looked cool. And also very happy about this Scarlet Witch news. Don't know about that.
You will in a minute. That was your headline.
Emily says, evening, hopping on the question bandwagon, as we had a discussion yesterday. Would you rather ride every DLP ride in one day on your top 5, or your top 5 rides an endless amount of times, thinking it's one day and no kids? I'd do every ride.
I would as well. It's not a difficult one for me, that, because just do it all.
Yeah.
How often we get to do that?
Yeah,
Just
I
do
agree.
it. Just do
I
it.
agree, I think.
Elle's watching from a non-Disney holiday in Rhodes.
Oh, nice.
New to Patreon, so I hope there's some EMT tonight.
Well,
There
there
is.
is, and there's a Quizney Street tonight,
Yeah.
and this is villain themed.
And I've thrown the link into the DLP Facebook page as well today, just to try and make it a little bit easier. Hopefully, we won't have any connection problems. But
Andrew is wrapped up in the blankets,
Easy!
ready for the show.
Oh, that
Nice.
makes me smile. I'm glad it's gone to a good home. He's very gracious about it.
And we've got Jimmy and Whitney, who says, top 5 rides an endless amount of times, says Whitney.
yeah,
Interesting.
Agreed.
Hannah is here. Hello, everyone. Top 5 endlessly for sure. Oh, maybe we're wrong. Well, not wrong, but we're just different. Hello to Ruthie, and Bonnie's here under Lucy's name. I've got Ed and Lisa, 7 sleeps to go. Top 5 on repeat for Lisa as well.
Oh, Lisa, I have got so much Lisa-specific news tonight, then, because it's all about what's going on for Halloween season.
Oh.
Dapper Vantacrew says, are we going for mushroom-themed shirts today? Someone forgot. Lucy and I just coincidentally are wearing mushroom jumpers. We bought them both yesterday.
And mine makes you feel like you've taken mushrooms if you look at it too long.
Yeah, it's like a field of mushrooms.
Yeah. When I was on Tipping Point, they wouldn't let you wear stuff like that because it sent the cameras funny.
Yeah, and I normally wouldn't agree with people wearing things like this, but now I've got to find collars so I can get my radio mic.
And we've also got Cheryl in the chat, and that's about everyone, I think.
Excellent.
Let's do some news.
Oh my goodness!
Back to some news.
I'm gonna start with some a little bit of news. Okay, do you ever do the thing on Christmas Day where your mum hands you a present and goes, "Oh, it's only a little thing."
It's not my main present.
It's only
but it's
a
not
little
my main
thing,
present.
yeah.
It's just a silly thing.
I don't know if you'll like.
You can bin it if you want.
Well, that's what we're starting with. So, let's go with first of all, this is really is your littlest bit. Super Chef. In Avengers Campus this week, they were filming an episode of MasterChef Spain.
Oh.
They don't call it MasterChef Spain. They just call it MasterChef.
Do they?
In Spain.
Well.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the same as what we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were they making Spanish cuisine?
Dunno. That's all I know.
Oh.
Like I say, this is the bit.
This isn't the main present.
This isn't the main present. This is just it's a little
Okay.
tidbit. For
Yeah,
you.
yeah, okay.
So I hope you enjoyed that.
Maestro de cocina.
Maestro de cocina.
I don't know if
I
that's...
think they do actually call it MasterChef, to be fair. Right, another little snack, little hors d'oeuvre for you. Got the keys. They've released another. When are they going to stop with this, Chris?
When they've done all the rides.
Cocina,
And
sorry.
all the shops.
Collectible key.
Cocina.
This time it's a jumbo collectible key. It's 17 centimetres. What's that? Is that like a hand span? No? It's a man's hand span.
6 inches is 15 centimetres, so it's a bit on that. So yeah, it's about that big.
Look at that. We've had to say we've gone for about the same, haven't we?
Yeah. Okay. So,
Not
it's a big old key. And it's released on October the 11th at the World of Disney. It costs... How much? It's for the Sleeping Beauty castle.
Right, that was going to be my next question.
How much do you think it costs?
€65.
Oh, no, you see, it's 59, but I would have been like 10. So that made me go.
They're not like those plastic ones that you get from Shop Disney, though. These are these big ornate metal keys, aren't they?
Are they a bit more?
Yeah,
Are they a
they're
bit
doing
more
specifically
extra?
especially for the rides, don't they?
Yeah.
Specifically.
And if you want one of these,
Get them quick.
then gird your loins, because Line Bertie reservations open on October the 8th at 6 p.m. Yeah, they're still doing Line Bertie. I don't know how many people will be like itching to get this who happen to be in Disneyland Paris.
When they do the keys to the toilets range, then I'll be there. Toad hole toilet key. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that?
What are the toilets? Is it just specifically
Just all
those
of them.
toilets?
I think that they just do a keys to the toilets range.
God, they'd be scraping the bar if they ever got round to that, wouldn't they?
I'd love to see
I hope
it
they're
though.
not scraping
The Autopia toilet keys.
That's like Series 84 of Zum Zums.
Yeah.
Disneyland Paris toilet range.
Come on, you know you want to see it.
Right, last bit of small things. This
It's a small
is
thing.
slightly frustrating from our point of view, because as you know, we were going to renew our annual passes this time and then book a Christmas trip. And when we priced it up with the new prices of annual passes and the way that packages were and stuff, it just didn't make financial sense, even if we were going to go 2 or 3 times to do that. And now they've just released pass holder perks for... Oh, that's really putting me off. Sorry, I can hear
Keeps
my
doing
own
that.
voice.
He just does
coming
it
back.
all the time.
Hotel prices for annual pass holders. So what they're doing is, if you're staying between the 4th of October and the 18th of October, remember the 4th of October is like 2 days ago, or between the 3rd of November and the 19th of December, which would have been us, unfortunately. You can get a discount on your hotel room. It doesn't say what that discount is. It says to go to DisneylandParis.com, sign into your account, and go to My Disneyland Passes, followed by hotels, and then you can price it up. But this is what we could have done with, is kind of been able to find out what those prices were.
But again, yeah, you'd want to know that before you sign up, wouldn't you? But maybe it's different based on which tier you've got. Maybe the discounts vary.
This isn't for new annual pass holders, is it? This isn't a way of selling annual passes.
No.
This is clearly
Trying to get them to stay on site.
They need to fill hotel rooms.
Yeah.
And this is very short notice. So somebody at management at Disneyland Paris has looked at their bookings for the next 3 months and gone, oh humbug, yeah, oh cripes. And I've decided
Golly gosh, there is room at the inn. That's what they thought.
That's what they've done. And so they're frantically trying to fill hotel rooms, and annual pass holders are always easy fodder, aren't they? They don't like annual pass holders when they're clogging up the park on busy days.
But when they need them.
But the minute they need to sell
who
some
bails
hotel
them
rooms-
out?
Exactly. But
Unbelievable.
if you do fancy a last minute Halloween or Christmas stay and you are an annual pass holder, fill your boots, man. Fill your boots.
Fill your boots.
Now, that's my 3 smallest pieces of news going on. And then I've got a lot of Halloween news and 1 piece of Christmas news. So it's now a good time to talk about drinks.
Yes.
Hey, ole, it's
That
your
one
time. All together. In your tiki 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 cup. In your tiki 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 cup. Well, you make us a cup and drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
Today we're having some kind of... What is it? You bought it.
No, I was going to ask you because it's horrible.
It's not.
I really like Robinson's Fruit and Barley. And they had some unusual flavours.
It's pink grapefruit flavour.
It is pink grapefruit
Pink
flavour. I can tell that.
grapefruit flavoured
I like
Robinson's
it, but it's
Fruit
not
and Barley.
too pink grapefruity.
It made me go, ooh.
It's not bitter, is it? It's got all the glory of grapefruit without that bitterness.
It's nice.
On the back end.
I think it is bitter.
I'd recommend it.
That's what made me wince when I first
It's a
drank
bit
it.
weak, this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know, I thought it might be because it's quite a weak tasting thing anyway. So mine's a bit weak, and I put a
It's
lot
subtle.
in mine. So yeah, I made Chris's usual weak batch, and it's too weak.
Too weak.
Do you want some more fruit and barley in it?
It's almost too weak.
Do you want some fruit and barley in it?
Go on, top it up a little bit. I can't have barley at home because it's gluten, so
Yes.
this is a treat.
Ruth is joining us with pink gin.
Yeah, I love
Alas.
pink gin. Oh,
Yeah.
it looks like pink gin, doesn't it?
Now I'm drinking again. I need to get some of those cocktail cans. I like those.
Ooh.
They're good for a show.
I like cocktail cans.
I'm a very simple.
Excuse me.
I'm a very simple creature. I'm not classy.
Oh, that's good.
Cocktail can will do me.
Oh, that's very good. Where
Right.
does the pollen go?
What?
Hello,
It
cool
was-
pasty.
It was only a winter's light. Right, what's a winter's light? So, since the reopened Disneyland Hotel, they've had these like shows that are going on in front of the fancy staircase, the Titanic staircase, called La Troupe Royale, where like the courtiers come down and do a big old ceremony, and there might be princesses arriving and stuff. That is stopping for Christmas and being replaced with the Keeper of Time and the Winter Light. So
Keeper of Time and Winter Light.
the Royal Guards will teach people the magic word needed to release the winter light, which will illuminate the Christmas tree. It sounds like a Christmas tree lighting ceremony happening daily in the lobby of Disneyland Hotel.
It keeps going out.
But that sounds lovely, and we're going to be there, and we're going to the Disneyland Hotel because we've booked the Royal Banquet, which we might try and change to Lumiere's when we get there. If the concierge lets us, we'll see. So hopefully we'll be able to catch that and report back. Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Keeper of the Light.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know with these things. I wonder sometimes, is it really lovely and magical in French? And then I mean, that is quite magical.
Can I be
isn't
honest?
it?
I never really got the whole idea of lighting the Christmas tree on Main Street every single day. That to me should be a one-off event that they pack out the park for, and it's really special and you get to see it, but it's a one-off thing. For me, that I don't Get it. The lights are on. They're on now. That's
I know
it.
what you're saying.
Done.
I know what you're saying.
Can you imagine if they did that round Dewsbury every night?
Oxford Street, we've got a different Spice Girl every night.
Twice a night.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they were doing that? They were advent calendar, and they were opening a box every day, and then by the end of it, someone won. What did they win? They won like a plush,
I think
like
so.
a little plush, and it was all very anticlimactic.
It was basically just showcasing merchandise, wasn't it? They would.
Oh, that was it. Like every day there'd be a surprise, and it was like there's 10% off at this certain shop in the castle. We're like, great.
That was one of the most cynical things I've ever done. And when I read about it, I thought, oh, that's so magical. We must make sure we're there at 10:30 to watch them open this advent calendar. And it really was cynical marketing. I think they only did it one year though.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
wonder
they
why.
repeated it.
I wonder why they didn't repeat that.
It was not the most magical moment of our trip, I have to say. Right. Shall I crack on to the good stuff?
Please crack on.
It's Halloween.
It
There.
is.
That's the good stuff. I just want to say, I've nothing about that fashion show this week. Because I'll be honest, I know it happened, but I didn't watch it. And we talked about it going to happen last week. So
That'll
I'm
do.
really sorry if I've missed something amazing. I'm not talking about that.
We talked about those shoes.
We did talk about the shoes.
Those weird shoes
We did.
with the ears on.
So, one more bit of Christmas. Sorry, before I go on to the Halloween. Witch Watch. So we're getting from November the 23rd a new nighttime show in the Avengers campus.
Ooh.
Ooh. In which Scarlet Witch will join Doctor Strange for a show called Doctor Strange: Mystery of the Mystics. So we know nothing more than that, other than it happens on the rooftops. It happens at night. And yeah, that's all we know. And it's got Scarlet Witch in it. So that's going to be fun. And
Charlotte Witch.
we're going to see that. Can I tell you something you might not? Well, it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right.
Right.
Phantom Manor's going to be closed until the 29th of November. We get there on the 28th of November.
Oh, okay.
So for 2 days,
Yeah,
there'll be no Phantom Manor.
okay.
But we can go on the 30th.
We'll look forward to it on the 30th.
Yeah. That's all right.
John Parker says, you didn't miss much. Kylie Jenner walked through the hub in a fancy dress.
Oh,
Not in fancy dress, in a fancy dress.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
That's
What every
most
Disney
of
fan wants to see.
fashion shows, isn't it?
Hello, Kira. I do that every so often.
I know.
I do.
Yeah,
This
you
must
do,
be
you do.
so funny for podcast listeners who can't see the chat or anything when Hugh's just greeting random women.
Hello, Jesus.
You're not you're not random, Kira. Don't listen.
You know, you are
Do
very,
listen. Don't listen to her.
very singular, Kira. Right, okay, on to Halloween. So, it's officially properly Halloween now. Yes. There is a lot going on. I'm going to be talking decorations, meet and greets, events, snacks, shows, the works.
Ghosts.
So,
Buckle up.
buckle up, Buttercup. Yeah. Right.
Hold on to your broomsticks.
The first thing to mention, if you are going to manage your expectations, is that Halloween happens in kind of 3 sections. It goes Main Street, where you get big pumpkin garlands. It's a bit Christmassy, but it's orange. And you get ghost sounds coming in from the ambience. That's on Main Street. And then you get Frontierland that has got a really kind of harvesty theme, and it's got a Day of the Dead theme, so there's kind of 2 themes going on there. But that's your really mainly decorated area. And then the last area you get is the castle courtyard immediately behind the castle. Where I haven't seen pictures of the
thicket of
thicket
thorns.
of thorns this year.
I don't know.
I haven't
Do
looked
like that,
particularly. It's been there every year up to now. I'm just wondering if it's there. Anyway, so
That's the best.
you
I
get
like it.
things in the castle courtyard there. Other than that, Discoveryland is not going to be Halloween. Adventureland is not going to be Halloween. The back end of Fantasyland is not Halloween.
Have they got wooden panelled Halloween things in the village this year? Because they used to have bits going on in the village, didn't they?
I have seen
Little
nothing of the
things,
village.
yeah.
Maybe that'll ramp up over the month of
Which of
October.
those 3 not being Halloween themed is the most upsetting to you?
None of it's upsetting. I think that's just right. I think they've got the balance just right. You've got this really atmospheric thing here.
Glad I asked.
Well, I mean, it's not, is it? You know what I mean? Adventureland, not so much with the Halloween.
No, and Fantasyland, because of
skulls.
the Snow White and Pinocchio ride, you've kind of got your ghost trains there, and so that's got its own little bit anyway.
I'm thinking skulls, pirate ghosts.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Valid.
Think on.
Just
Yeah.
people hiding in the caves to scare you.
Scare you.
They could do that, couldn't they? Around Adventureland, just have
That
people
would
randomly
ruin
jump
my
out.
life if they did that.
No, just like on a couple of nights, you know, like they have the scary things in Universal and stuff where they actually scare people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't partake in it. I'm a terrible person for jump scares. I just live on a plane of anxiety anyway. So having someone jump out from behind.
Jonathan, that we know, was a scarer in a maze, wasn't
Is
he?
that right?
You know Jonathan?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's not when he was stood on Speaker's Corner.
No.
So what you've got for Halloween? Going now. M&M are an official sponsor of Disneyland Paris. We know this.
M&M.
M&Ms.
M&M's.
M&Ms.
M&M's.
Eminem.
You did say M&M's,
Slim
not
Shady.
M&M.
Eminem.
M&Ms, and they've got they've kind of requisitioned that area opposite the Frontierland theatre next to the train station.
Where nobody goes, right?
That's
Okay.
kind of, you know, that kind of stabley area. When they
It's
used
prime
to
retail right there.
yeah, when they used to have the Frozen show there, they'd put like Sven meet and greet and stuff in there.
I was
Yeah,
pleased
yeah.
with this because Lucy saw a picture of it. She said, "Where is this?" And I guessed it was up there. And then we're like, "No, we'll confirm it. We'll look." And we looked up and it was there. And I got it right just by the edge of a building. I was very pleased with myself.
Well done. Well done.
So what they've got going on up there is they've built this like little mini stage. I would call it a gig stage. They put this little mini stage and they've done a backdrop from Mother Gothel. Now it's not a traditional meet and greet where you queue up and you go one at a time. It's kind of like story time, and she tells her background, she does a bit of ad-libbing, she talks to the crowd, she tells them how she got there and how annoyed she is about being herself. I could do the same show, to be honest. And then they can get selfies at the end. So it's a bit of a meet and greet show kind of thing. That happens in that stable courtyard area. Now, in front of that stable courtyard area, either side, you've got people giving out M&Ms as swag, as trick or treats.
I love M&Ms.
M&Ms.
I do. Which
So-
are your favourite M&Ms?
Well, I never used to eat nuts until like
Okay.
my late 20s. And now I'd happily eat a bag of M&M nutty ones, but I'd rather have the chocolate ones.
Oh,
the plain
definitely.
chocolate ones.
Chocolate ones.
Just plain chocolate M&Ms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll have anything.
Yeah.
Spicy Smarties, really, aren't they?
I like the peanut butter ones, but you don't really get them over here unless they're
Yeah.
imported.
Ooh.
They're pretty good.
So they have been careful how they say that. The cast members will be periodically distributing sweets. So I don't think
Occasionally.
it's nailed on that you can wander up there and get them. But from time to time until they run out.
Yeah, but how long is this going on for?
Halloween.
October.
Because I was going to say, if it was while I was there, knowing me, I'd pop up there to see if they were doing it, and I'd come back and go, no, they're not doing it. And then I'd become obsessed with it, and I'd be going back every 40 minutes.
He'd be doing Daz videos. It'd
And
be a
then-
whole thing.
Bonnie and Lucy would be going somewhere, and like if we were passing it vaguely near, I'd go, I'll catch you up. I'm just gonna pop up there and see if they've got any. And eventually,
see
at
it
one point, I'd come back with a bag or two with a smug look on my face.
That you bought, but you're never going to tell anybody. You went into a shop and got them.
Yeah.
And then they've also got an M&M photo location there, it's one of those that's made to look like a picture frame, so it's like two boards and you stand between it. It's quite fun, it's quite colourful, but it is quite a cynical marketing tool. You know, when someone hands you one of those Instagram frames.
Of
for you to
all
do.
the things to
Are they
take
in
a
cowboy
picture
outfits
with,
and stuff at least?
to take a picture with though in Disneyland Paris, an M&M's
Board.
you know.
Do you know what though? They never did this with the laughing cow. I would have had that picture.
That would have been fun to, yeah. In fact, Laughing Cow should be walking around the park,
Yeah,
Giving out
should be a meet and
triangles.
greet, that would be
laughing,
amazing.
giving out the cheese, yeah. I'd love that.
Do people outside the EU, well, I know we're outside the EU now, but I'm not going to pull at that thread. Do people outside the EU have laughing cows? They have it in Australia and Canada and
I don't know,
South
but it's a-
Africa.
I don't know. They have Dairy though. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Okay.
Surely Dairy triangle. Triangle of crappy plastic cheese.
Oh, I'm really craving it now. Though.
I know.
I'm craving
I
some
make it
plastic
sound
cheese.
horrible, but it's really nice.
Oh. Anyway, right, let's move on. So, this is not in no particular order. This is as I found the information. For Halloween Day on the 31st of October, the park will be open later until 11 p.m. It does usually close earlier
All
in the winter.
Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve. Costumes will be allowed within usual guidelines. I presume that's usual party guidelines as opposed to usual everyday guidelines because you're not really allowed fancy dress. So it must be like a one-off pass to wear proper costume. But it does usually say no weapons, no masks, doesn't it? They want
Leave
to
your
be,
weapons here.
they want to be able to see your face and you can't take
No
like
swords, no
toy...
bows. What's that from?
Oh,
Sorry.
that's from Life of Brian. No, is it? Or
I think it's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, maybe.
No swords, no bows. Leave your weapons here.
Oh, yeah, it
I don't know
is.
why that's in my head. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Ah,
Carry on. You
That's
were
it.
in a flow, and I just broke
that's
it.
all of them. Surprise Disney friends will come out to play for the occasion.
Surprise Disney friends.
Yeah.
Zac Efron.
Yeah. Chapek will be back. Can you imagine?
Oh gosh.
A rabbit from Bambi that isn't Thumper. I'm trying to think of some obscure...
Can I give some aside things that aren't
Ichabod Crane.
Yeah.
things that are quite interesting that aren't DLP related news that I've heard recently? By the way, just as a little bit of a break, if you will. First off, Anne Hathaway's teasing at a third Princess Diaries film.
I know.
I've not seen any of the others, but I mean that sounds exciting to me.
But
I'm sure it must be
also,
quite
Devil
cool.
Wears Prada 2 as well,
Well,
is
there you
it?
go.
And they're both meant to be in development at the
Could
same
be.
time.
Is it
But
called
also-
The Devil Still Wears Prada?
No longer
Can't
wears
get enough
Prada.
of old Hathaway, can we?
God wears Prada. Oh, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the flip
Oh,
side,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and it's Morgan Freeman
How about
reprising his role from.
Yeah.
The Devil Wears Gucci? The Gucci family
Wears Gucci.
they went a bit crazy, didn't they, and shot each other or
The
something.
Devil Wears New Balance. The other thing was Dan Povermeyer has announced that they're recording new episodes of Phineas and Ferb.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. Carry on.
I like Phineas and Ferb.
We went
I
through a
do
Phineas
too.
and Ferb very brief phase in this house, didn't we?
The Christmas episode has become a bit of a must-watch for me at Christmas
Not
now.
not for you, Hugh. You haven't found a Christmas episode that's become a must-watch.
You sacky get.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only one I watched. I tried to watch the rest of it, but no one was biting, so I thought, well, maybe I'll just watch this on my own.
It's good.
That happens a lot.
Right, I'm going on to meet and greets now. So the Fab Five are all in the Halloween attire now. So if you're going to meet them outside of Meet Mickey, if you're going to see them on Main Street, in the corner, when they're waving at you from above the train station, for the month of August, they've got special Halloween outfits. Now, I know they're not strictly Fab Five, but Chip and Dale's Halloween outfits are freaking awesome. They're like kind of masquerade masks, but all kind of melted in
Like-
white and purple.
Mic muffling going on.
Mike Mufflin, mine's attached to a fluffy jumper.
Yeah, I mean, I wore a shirt that was practical so that mine didn't catch.
Yeah, I didn't think
I'm
of
just
that.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I'll try not to move too much if it's working out. Jack and Sally are at the gazebo. That's from Nightmare Before Christmas. They usually are this time of year, aren't they? Outside
Yes.
Phantom Manor.
What,
Yeah.
Chip and Dale?
Actually, no, they've had their own meet and greet, haven't they, in previous years? And we've had, like, Vampire Stitch at the gazebo. Anyway,
What, Chip and Dale?
No, Mickey.
they're kind of in masquerade outfits in kind of purple and white. They're just cool. They're not
Okay.
particularly scary. They just look quite cool. I might find them for you in a second. So Jack and Sally are at the gazebo outside Phantom Manor. Maleficent is in the castle courtyard. Cruella is in the castle courtyard, as are the Tremaines as a threesome.
Wow.
Gaston and the Evil Queen and the Cheshire Cat are all in different locations in Fantasyland. But as I've told you, still near the front of Fantasyland. Miguel is able to meet in Frontierland.
Is he?
That's quite good, isn't it? That
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
not bad at
ties
all.
into the Dia de Mortis. I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to go through that again. And there will always be other surprise meet and greets popping up at this time of year. You'll always get an extra Dr. Facilier here and there and things. So we've also got mummified Mickey and Minnie popcorn buckets.
They look ace.
Really cute.
They look so good. Have you seen them, Hugh?
No.
Oh, we haven't got pictures of them either, have we?
No, you talk about something and I'll
They're
get
really
pictures.
cool and they glow in the dark.
Oh man, I got this Halloween tin from Marks and Spencer the other day. It's a train, and it had some chocolates in it, and I might have rushed into it. It was like £7. I don't know, but I thought I'll put it on my desk, and I've put some wires in it, so I've tidied up a little bit with it. But as I carried it upstairs into the darkness of the stairwell, it glows in the dark. And I showed Lucy, turned the lights off. I said, "Look at this!"
He was so excited.
And then I just said, "I love glow in the dark stuff."
I do. They're like.
Do you know why?
It's a childhood thing, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but it's because Shreddies used to do these Ghostbusters frisbees.
Oh yeah.
And they just had a little bit of glow in the dark around the edge. So when you threw them in the dark, they kind of like span and it turned into a circle. And just because of that alone, I love glow in the dark stuff. These little cardboard frisbees.
It's also, you have to work a bit harder at a toy. Do you remember kind of your dad holding something really close to a light bulb to sort of charge it up and then you have to put it under your jumper and then you put it in your bed, going, I can see it, I can see it, I can see it. It was always the most exciting thing. There you go. So, Mickey, this is...
Try and zoom it, let's have a look.
It's on the DLP report.
Yeah, we're crediting DLP report with these pictures again. They are very good source for these kind of things because they've got roaming in the park. So that's Mickey, and there's the exact same one for Minnie, basically.
I mean,
so it's Mickey holding a pumpkin and dressed as a mummy.
they're nice, yeah. I mean, it looks a little bit more like he's had some kind of horrific injury and been bandaged up than he looks like a mummy.
Yeah, his hand looks broken.
He looks like Mr. Bump.
I like it.
But yeah, he glows in the dark. It's cool.
It's cute.
That was my happiest thing, finding out my popcorn bucket glowed in the dark. My apple one.
Popcorn buckets are weird.
They are.
Because they're just anything, aren't they?
Yeah, just something that
Just
you can...
anything that's hollowed out that you can get popcorn inside of.
And that's €26. And what
For
always,
basically air. A
what
box
always
full of
gets me with that is, I know that it's cheap. Is it cheaper to get a refill of popcorn than it is to just buy the popcorn in a cardboard thing?
No, it's because it's the same price, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, not necessarily, because
You buy it with your thing, and the refill costs the same as a normal bucket of popcorn. so
I
it
just
doesn't work
feel
out
like
cheaper.
for €26, given that most people are in Disneyland Paris for 4 days and can only eat so much popcorn, that you should have unlimited popcorn refills for the
free?
for the rest of your holiday. I think so. For €26.
I think it should be at least like €3 or something for a little, because popcorn's nothing, is
Oh,
it?
it's no.
They're very in vogue at the moment, aren't they, popcorn buckets?
We've made fun
Yeah.
though at Disneyland Paris. There was a drink. Was it a slush a couple of years ago? And you could get the drink in a special cup, and you could get a refill for the
For the
exact
same
same amount. And we thought, what is the point of that? What is the incentive there to spend more money? You don't, do you? Because
There is no incentive. But maybe the whole rules around refills there apply to charging less for refills as well, and maybe that's why they can't do it. I don't know.
If you
Just
know,
speculating.
let us know.
The
Speculate,
castle
speculate.
has had a new lighting package for Halloween. It all goes.
Is it green?
It's uplit in purple and green.
Oh,
And
very
it,
nice.
it looks very, very good.
Very
we
nice.
like it. Little things like that, they do. Like, I was terrible this afternoon, sitting on the sofa, looking through pictures of Disneyland Paris to write the news, going, I love Disneyland Paris. It just looks so magical and fun. And I'm like itching to be there. Christmas can't come soon enough for me now. And then also they've added a Halloween sequence to the Electric Sky Parade drone show that precedes Illuminations. So that's an extra little something you can enjoy.
Lisa's there at the moment. Lisa Kendall, who we know is there at the moment with her daughter.
Yep.
She put some pictures on the Facebook group today, and one of them is watching the drone show from the queue for Phantom Manor.
Oh,
So you just kind of
Yeah.
nicely raised up there, and you can see right over it. It's a really nice view.
very good.
Just saying, hot tip: go
Very
stand in the
good.
queue for Phantom Manor and watch the drone show.
Now, some adjustments to parade times. This is for all you guys who are going in the month of October, need to know this stuff. Stars on Parade is performing its usual unaltered parade, but at 11:30 a.m. so earlier.
Wow.
So that makes way for 2 lots of Mickey's Halloween Celebration Parade, which is at 3:25, which struck me as a weird time. 3:25 as opposed to 3:30, but okay. And 5 p.m. So it really...
Love that parade.
It is a really, really, really good parade. Even the rope carriers, the dancing between the costumes are amazing. It's so creative. I just don't miss it.
Mickey goes in, he's like stood there and he goes in through a door and he comes straight out of another door, completely different outfit.
How did he get changed so
Magic.
fast?
It's magic.
He must have a really quick change in there.
Crazy. Everything about it. It's
a
such
great song as well.
Good parade.
Did I have that in my top 5 songs when we did our top 5 songs?
I think you did,
didn't
yeah.
I think I had it number 2 or 3.
Which one is that?
I can't remember how it goes. I was just humming it. Like that.
But this week,
Viva la Vie or something it's called.
Oh, yeah.
we've had a little bit of parade panic because the Illusion Manor float, which I think is the one you're talking about, big house on wheels, it broke down in the hub and they had to evacuate all the characters, had to climb off, and then a tow truck had to come and take it backstage. But weirdly...
Was it Tomater? Because if it wasn't, it's not really good enough, is
they
it?
need to do that, don't they? They need to dress up the tow truck like
Emily was
Tomater.
talking about that in the chat.
And
here we
weirdly,
are
it
talking about
still looked magical. This is the thing. I don't know why. I saw that and I was like, oh, it's getting towed. That's great. That looks really good going
it's
down
so
Main
magical.
Street. Yeah. So there you go. Right. In addition to everything I've just mentioned, the decorations.
As if it wasn't enough.
We've got a lot of Halloween food going on. Now, I don't want to brag, but we here at 37 Disney Street also have our own Halloween menu, do we not, Huey?
We do. I bought one of these because every year I like to take a photograph of it and make fun of it on social media. One of them is the Pumpkin Patch Cakes by Cadbury. And let's face it, these are so lazy. They're just some round cakes with chocolate on them.
I've heard of cakes. Oh,
But there's a little pumpkin on top.
It's a mini egg cakes without the mini egg on.
Yeah, exactly. And then at Christmas they do a similar
But the
thing
worst
as well.
thing is, this is the Mr. Kipling 6 terrifying toffee worlds. Don't have nightmares, people. I mean, that's so lazy. There's nothing. The toffee whirls themselves. This is second only to this is about 12 years ago, the Greg's terrifying chili steak lattice. You know.
I love how you
It's
just put an adjective in front of
yeah.
anything.
So so do you want one, both of them? We got to say one of these for Bonnie.
I'm good. Well, that's why I was doing those first. I'm just going to go and give one of these to Bon.
Enjoy, Bon Bon.
Yeah.
This is like feeding a dog. I'm just going to put my arm out of the kitchen door.
Oh, look, they haven't even
And she's
bothered
gonna
to
come
fill the
in.
hole in the middle of these.
At least the cream's orange. It really bugs me that Cadbury Goo Heads are just white and there's no green in the middle. There used to be green in the middle. Now it's just white. I do like the wrappers though on the Goo Heads. I do like them. Anyway,
Should we talk about what we've got going on at Disney?
Do I need to put the maps up?
I think you've got
not
some-
maps, menus.
I think we've got some pictures of these.
Can we go in the order that they're in?
Yeah.
Can I just shrink the Phantom Manor down here? Those of you who are listening can't see this happening, but I'm just dragging a picture of Phantom Manor onto the screen because we very quickly made some changes, and as I said, I've had technical issues today. So there we go, Phantom Manor.
So this one is from the Market House Deli, and what you've got here is a Bat Bite donut and a Choco Trick on a stick. Okay, so again, they're coming up with the nice fancy names. So your Bat Bite donut is a cocoa-filled donut with an orange-flavoured glaze. Very Instagrammable.
and there's little bats on there.
And your Choco Trick on a stick is a chocolate-coated apple, obviously. that's just drizzled in orange. Now, as we go along, boys,
Yeah.
I want you to decide on a main meal and a dessert.
Okay.
Okay?
It's not going to be the chocolate coated apple.
Just to try and appeal to you, Hannah says, I had the chocolate orange donut. It was fine.
It was absolutely good.
Okay, so that's what's going on at Market House Deli. Should we see what else we've got going on?
Yep. One moment.
Oh no, hang on, I might have told you that was from the wrong place.
Oh, I don't need to hang on though. I'll move on to the next
No,
one.
you don't need to.
Okay, we've got menu Chocomarville.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I think
Right,
that might
okay.
have been from the cable car bakery.
Okay.
So I think I was wrong. This
Okay.
one is from the Market House Deli.
Look
Okay.
at this now.
Now you've got the same donut again,
Look at this, listeners.
but then
Oh,
you've
hang on,
got.
you're looking at a different picture to the one that I'm showing.
Oh,
there we go.
sorry.
That's okay.
Then you've got a macaron that is made up to look like the beetle thing that
Jafar has.
Jafar
Scarab
sends-
beetle.
Scarab beetle that
And it's got his
Jafar
hat on top of it as well.
sends into the Cave of Wonders, and
That's
it's
quite-
red, and it's got his.
It's quite
Yeah.
fun.
So it's
Isn't
the
it?
Grand Vizier.
$6.50. How big is this macaron? I'd want it to be the size of a dinner plate for £6.
Strawberry mint flavoured.
Okay. And another donut.
Well, if you think that a donut is generally this big, for those of you listening, I'm saying this big, whereas that macaron on scale means it's probably about this big.
That's a lot for
It
that.
might not be to scale though. That might just be to fit it on the menu.
I don't know. Macarons are pretty standard size, though, aren't
Yeah, they are. I mean, you do get bigger ones, but surely if it was a giant macaron... I mean, it does say grand... it doesn't say grand, does it? It says Grand Vizier.
It's another bat donut that looks very similar, but this one is hazelnut filled.
they? Okay.
Wow.
Nutella.
It's called Bats! Exclamation mark donut. Bats! Donut.
So
Right,
the other one was.
apparently we're having some mic troubles.
Oh, no.
Thanks for letting us know in the chat. What I'm going to do is deal with it for today, and I'll have to have a look at it next week, but it could be down to the technical issues that I've had. It could be down to anything. So I will investigate later, but in the moment, there isn't a lot I can do today.
So the first one was a bat bite donut, and that was cocoa filled and orange, and this one is hazelnut filled, and it's just bats donut. I wish they would differentiate them a bit better than bat bite and bat. Anyway.
I mean,
It doesn't look quite the same look. So the bat bite donut looks like it's got white bits of chocolate on it as well as the bats, whereas the bat
And pink
donut
bits.
has chocolate drizzle on it as well.
still,
But they do look very much the same.
yeah.
Very similar. Where do we get the macaron again? Sorry,
That's
that's
from
going
Market
on the
House
list.
Deli.
Market House Deli. There we are. Where are we going next?
Will you show me what's next, and I'll
Well,
catch up
there's
to
one
you
in
this
between that I've missed.
This says delicieux.
time.
Delicious.
Have you got that
But
one?
is the he,
I do.
Is the he
That-
something to do with
I have all of them. They're
how
just in
French
whatever.
people
There you
would scream?
I
go.
don't know.
Delicious. Is there someone saying hi? Hi.
Now this is fun.
So this
Spider
is
sponge cake.
this is from
Yeah.
Victoria's. Okay.
Looks a bit like that R2D2 banana thing that you made on the charity show 2 years ago, Hugh.
Now,
That good.
on the snack cart, you've got the Pumpkin King pastry, which is a vanilla mousse entremet with a praline heart. Okay, entremet. Yeah, so it's vanilla mousse with a praline heart. That sounds delicious. And then, kind of, this is to share. This isn't on the snack cart.
We must
I'm
add
not
this,
sharing it.
but it's got Jack Skellington's face on it.
It
Oh
does.
yeah.
An
Debossed.
evil face as well.
Debossed into it, an evil smiling face.
I wonder if it looks like that. You know, sometimes when they do those kind of shaped things, when you actually get it, it's a bit.
Oh, they're pretty good at that in Disney, aren't they? Making them look like this poster.
The worst one was the Yoda ice cream.
That's the one I was
That's a
going to
bit
bring up.
different.
He looks like he was in pain. In agony, am I? Yes.
Right, so then you've got the spider sponge cake to share. So this must be the size of, like, you know, your average Victoria sponge, because it's 21 euros.
It looks like it's been made by a kid.
What it's saying is it's a plain sponge cake with raspberry crisp,
Right.
Raspberry crisp insert and comfy chocolate biscuit, blood orange mousse, and choux pastry. I think the choux pastry is like the spider on top. They look like it's made out of profiteroles and choux legs. And then you've got blood orange mousse over it. So that, I mean, if you're eating in Victoria's and you've got a big party, it might be like, oh, should we try this and cut it up? But I can't really imagine the scenario where you buy this.
Have you seen that funny spider-looking thing? Let's have that. It looks like one of those, you know, when people make a caterpillar cake, but it's someone who's had a go at making it themselves at home. That's what it looks like. It looks a mess. It doesn't look good. There's nothing Disney about it. What in the hell is it?
I don't know. I like it. It's charming. Is it? It does have a feeling of, oh, they tried.
It's even got a look of despair on its face. I mean, I'm sure it's delicious. It sounds tasty enough, but if I didn't see the picture for that and I heard the description and I ordered it, I'd wonder what on earth I'd been served if that's what was put on my table.
Right, guys, I think that we're ready to judge the sometimes I just go more northern than even I think.
Eyelash, you do.
So it's time to judge the snack game. So is it going to be the Bat Bite donut, the Choco Trick on a stick? Is it going to be the Jambuzier
Is it going to at the top of me?
It's all right. Is it going to be the Bat's donut? Is it going to be the spider sponge cake to share, or is it going to be the pumpkin king pastry?
The decision is yours. I mean, it's the spider, but I'm having it for myself.
Fair enough.
Because it says to share, but like all these other things for €6 are going to be tiny.
They are.
So I'm having that €21 spider cake all to myself.
You see, I'm wondering if we're staying at David Crockett Ranch, which we are, if we just buy that, get it in a takeaway box and take it back to the cabin, put it in the fridge, have it for breakfast,
Well,
share it.
It's Halloween, isn't it?
No, I know. This is hypothetically.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetically, that's where we're staying.
And what's this then? What's this other one?
I'm going for the Jack Skellington Pumpkin King pastry.
I'm going to have one of those and a macaron.
And a macaron.
I'm going to have one of each. I think that's the way to go. I'm going to spend a lot of money, but that's what I'm going to enjoy.
So what's that other thing that popped up?
What other thing? Oh, this is a full meal. Do you want to talk about the full meals?
We're talking meals now.
Yeah.
Is that where we're going with that?
Sorry,
right.
the order of these pictures wasn't quite right on the screen, but they're there now. Here we go.
So if we go to Lucky Nugget, again with the northern Lucky Nugget.
We're off to Lucky Nugget.
Off to Lucky Nugget.
Aye.
Then you can get the delicious duo, or Devilicious. Sorry, that took me 3 attempts. The Devilicious duo. And this is a barbecue chicken cauldron. This is quite small. Which is stuffed chicken, roasted sweet potatoes with smoked paprika, kidney beans, and vitellette potatoes, cranberry barbecue sauce, and vegetable charcoal shortbread.
I was all fine. I don't like kidney beans.
Oh, I do.
Sick of them.
It's a fancy chicken hot pot, isn't it?
But I can pick
it.
the kidney beans out, and the rest sounds good. I like the look of it. It's got a bat on it.
Yeah, pick out the kidney beans. I do like kidney beans.
I like
Orange on
kidney
there.
beans.
And
I
then
mean, they're pretty tasteless, but I don't like the look of them.
I don't like the cut of their jib.
do they look at you funny?
They're just.
Are they giving you the side eye?
They're just shiny and like something hardwired makes me think of bugs.
Okay. And then, as a meal deal with this, you also get the Sunday the Witch's Whippy. My word, that's quite a name. So you
Witch's Whippy.
Get the Witch's Whippy.
You'd find
You're
that
giving me the witch's whippy.
You'd find that in a witch's toilet the day after a heavy session.
Oh my gosh! Right, I'm not eating that. So that's vanilla ice cream,
Yes.
pumpkin coulis,
Ooh.
salted butter caramel, Dorito chips, and a macaron.
Yeah. I'll
And
have
2
that.
macarons to make Mickey ears,
Yeah.
orange ones.
Hang on, so that's ice cream with Doritos.
Yeah.
Oh, they said when you said Doritos, I thought of Oreos. Doritos.
Ice cream with pumpkin and Doritos.
But I
A bit
mean,
of crunch in there.
they appear to be crumbled on the top,
A bit,
don't they?
a bit of a salty crunch.
to give us what flavour Doritos are they?
Cool flavour. Cool Doritos flavour.
Tangy cheese.
Blue flavour.
Now then, I'm presuming they've got the usual full menu on as well. They wouldn't just give somebody one choice. This is their Halloween extension to the menu.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering
I'd get that.
if
Yeah,
I
I
would
would.
choose that for novelty or if I would stick with, a chocolate sundae and a roast chicken, which is what I usually get. Don't know.
I'd definitely go with that for novelty. I quite
Two
like
macarons
the idea.
and the ice cream and the meal and you sat inside table service
You also get a cold drink or a mineral water.
for €28, or you can buy one little macaron with a Jafar hat on for six. Was it €6?
Yeah, $6.50.
$6.50. I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Good call.
It just makes that look so
Is there another one?
expensive, doesn't it?
So your other option, so in actual fact, we're not choosing from the non-Halloween menu and this, we're choosing from two different Halloween menus. This next one is available at Le Chateau de la Marionnette, Hyperion, and the Cowboy Cookout.
I like this.
And that is the Moiha Hog Burger.
Mwah.
Moiha Hog Burger. So it's a brioche bun, pulled pork,
Yeah.
carrot ketchup.
I wanna
Now
have
that's new. Carrot ketchup.
Yeah.
Carrot pickles, beetroot and red onion. I'm not a beetroot fan.
I could eat
That'd be true.
in there.
Pepper jack cheese and cheddar jalapeno
Ooh, bit
sauce.
spice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a printed pumpkin Mickey head on top.
There is.
Well, stamped in black.
And you also get a
Scorched.
pumpkin patch tart and a cold drink.
What's that design on the pumpkin patch tart? It's like a purple thing with a black emblem on it. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a Mickey. It's a Mickey in a fancy frame. Mickey pumpkin in a fancy frame.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I think that's like cheesecake kind of filling.
I like the look of that too. Oh, hang on. I couldn't pick between these two.
Well, I would not be going for the hot cheddar jalapeno, and also
I think I'm going for this.
beetroot ruins everything.
Do you want to go half and half?
Let's do half and half.
Should we do that? We'll
Yeah,
split
yeah.
it.
They're
We'll
in
split
two
it.
different buildings.
So
That's all right.
we'll get together in neutral territory.
Oh, we'll go
Split.
and eat one in one, and then we'll go to the other.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going Lucky Nugget, guys.
Okay.
How we're feeling in the chats? Where would you go? Lucky Nugget, Cowboy Cookout.
I like this. We want more of these, please. More of these things.
I have a question.
There was a time when we had nothing like this and we used to complain all the time, but we do have little snacks like this now and it's fun.
The cakey sweet stuff's pretty decent, I think. It's not bad
It's
at
very
all.
decent.
Yeah.
There's more as well, which I don't have pictures of.
Oh.
But there was a pumpkin-shaped shortbread biscuit with jam inside.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sure I've seen one with Nutella as well.
What?
I know.
Crazy.
Unheard of.
I have a question,
Go on.
boys. If you had to eat this Moiha hog burger
Wow. Yeah.
and you had to choose your venue,
Yeah.
Chateau de la Marionnette, Cowboy Cookout or Hyperion, where would you eat it? Because it's available in all three. Halloween.
Which one's available in all three?
This menu. This
I like all
but
those
you-
three places.
Moiha hog burger.
But I thought. But wasn't the other menu at Cowboy Cookout as well?
No, the other menu's at Lucky
Lucky
Nugget.
Nugget.
Oh, Lucky Nugget. All right, sorry.
I go to Cookout because, which is more Halloweeny?
It would depend for me if they put
Okay.
Halloween shorts on the TVs in Hyperion.
Yeah.
If they put like the skeleton dance and stuff like that on those TVs.
Yeah.
I
That-
think
that would sell me.
Frontierland can be kind of spooky and ghosty sometimes, so I'd go to Cowboy Cookout.
I've not really, apart from sticking my head in, I've not been in Cowboy Cookout or Chateau
De la Marionnette.
Marionette either. So, I think I'll probably go in Cowboy Cookout.
I love Chateau de la Marionnette. We're not going long enough this time to eat at all the places I want to eat at, and it's stressing me out because I'm going to have to not eat some places. And I dream...
Split up. All three of you go and eat different places.
Oh, the pretzel gammon sandwich at Chateau de la Marionnette, it deserves its own statue. And I might not even get round to going there. It's heartbreaking.
Andrew's having 6 macarons after he takes out a new mortgage. Ed would
Fine.
like both, but that burger sounds really good. It does actually.
It does, yeah.
Lucky Nugget says John. Never been there, and Doritos and ice cream sounds interesting.
There was also,
It
from
does.
Cool Stop, you could get mini Mickey waffles.
Mickle Wackles.
Mini Mickey waffles, but now the batter is orange. I don't believe it's flavoured from what I could tell. I think they've just turned it orange.
Depends how much flavouring they put in.
So you've
How much colouring they put in.
That's your Halloween addition to Cool Stop.
Cool.
So yeah, there's probably some other things as well. I have seen as well, I just haven't brought them up, they've got Halloween cocktails at like the Manhattan bar and the Skyline bar in Hotel New York.
Yeah.
Marvel, Art of Marvel and things like that.
Nice.
So that's all she wrote finally.
We were going to do some trip reports today, but we've run out of time. But I do want to say, Mo F needs to get in touch with us with an address for a prize.
MoF does. If you are MoF and you donated, you also guessed the right amount, but not first. So
We have
Chris has token prize for you. We would like to
Chris
send
sent out
out
a series of runners-up prizes.
If you send us an email, if we can message us on the Facebook group, or you can send us an email to mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk, and we'll arrange to get that sent out to you.
And we promised Sarah a trip report, but we got a bunch to get through.
We've had an influx of trip
We're
reports,
trying to keep track of them all.
and we will try and get through them all. I know there's one came through that was sent a while ago, but we missed it or it got lost in transit. I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, we'll do our best to get through them all. Obviously, if it gets to a point where we've got ridiculous amounts, it's going to become more and more difficult for us to make sure that we do it. So just bear with us and we'll do our best.
See, hopefully we've had such an influx of news this week that next week we'll just have 2 pieces of news and we can do 2 or 3 trip reports. That would be the dream.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's nice to do a show that's just trip reports. And
Yeah.
it's very useful for people.
Can I give one piece of Halloween advice? I say it every year after my first trip. The 1st of November is a national holiday in France, and therefore everything's kind of shut. But it also means the park's really busy because the locals all come and use the park. But if you're travelling back on that day, just check everything, because when we travel back on the Euro tunnel, that the first time that we went, it was absolute chaos.
On the 1st of November.
On the 1st of November, yeah, absolute chaos. So just bear it in mind. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying be prepared. It might be a bit more busy on the roads and stuff than it usually is.
Be prepared,
Yeah,
said Scar.
there you go.
Okay, with that being said, thank you very much for joining us. Hop on over to the Patreon channel now, and we will be doing a quiz, a villain-themed quizney. If you're not a Patreon but you want to be, because you want to do that quiz, you can join right now, and you'll be able to join. It's only £3 a month just to help us out. And I've been Lucy. These have been the boys. I'm not liking the panic on Chris' faces, but I'm going to say it anyway. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. I didn't know what else to do, so I just press that button. We're still live at the moment, so don't swear. I'm just trying to remember what I do now. This one here. See you later, everybody.